apocalypse, and we may get the 4 horsemen of death.
Finally, some good X-Men movies.
Finally, some good X-Men movies. Cyclops,
What's up?
you said you're excited about Apocalypse because of something else.
Yeah.
What?
Because my favorite villain of all the X-Men franchise is more than likely going to be in there at his right side. Who's that? Sinister. Are we talking about the same Sinister? We're talking about the Sinister. The what?
The Sinister Six?
Anybody here who doesn't know Mr. Sinister, like Apocalypse is a villain because he believes in evolution, the strongest of the fittest. Magneto is a villain because he's all, like, mutant pride, man. Sinister is a great villain for science. Having the microphones makes us your God.
I don't know.
See that? Now, the second reason I love Mr. Sinister is because out of any villain in pretty much all of comics, maybe besides 1 or 2, especially in Marvel, he is essentially an internet troll. Yeah, how? Like how you ask? Because Sinister is the type of asshole who is written to have a backup plan for every backup plan that you could possibly conceive his backup plans could have.
He's a hacker.
Recently, we had that whole Avengers versus X-Men, and a certain number of the X-Men ended up having the powers of the Phoenix Force imbued in them, and they found out that Mr. Sinister had a subterranean Victorian England full of nothing but Sinister clones. Douchebag. The X-Men say, well, he's dug himself a little hole, but he's still kind of an asshole. We should probably go do it. So
it's his mother's basement.
Yeah, pretty much. And so they go knocking on his door, and Mr. Sinister is like, oh shit, you guys found me out. But guys, you gotta storm my castle to find me, and my castle is actually a living giant Godzilla-type monster cloned from Krakoa. Brilliant plan, brilliant. So the X-Men get into the castle, and Sinister goes, shit. But guys, I actually have, like, my first line of defense is a whole bunch of clones of Cyclops' dead wife. They all have psychic powers.
Man, that's a double waiting for you.
Yeah, so they end up taking him out because I traded up and got Emma Frost, and they took him down. And and Sinister is like, damn, guys, nice job. But guys, you have to kill every single one of my clones because the real one might be one of the others. And so they go around blowing up the entire village, and they find the last one, and they just beat the shit out of him with cosmic power. And Sinister is like, but guys, while you were fighting me, my actual self ran the fuck away. Oh, Sinister, you can. So, the end of the story, like the whole Avengers versus X-Men thing wraps up. Cyclops ends up in jail, long story. And his publicist shows up, and she's like, I'm going to do my best to spin this thing for you because, I mean, there's a war with the Avengers. You pretty much kind of blew up part of the world right after saving it. It's going to be rough in this day and age. But guys, I actually killed your publicist, and now I'm your publicist. So this fucking asshole, I'm sitting here with Cable, and we start having this conversation. It flows naturally. None of this is really pre-planned. We're just kind of like, man, everything he does is really more and more dickish.
You are in no position to bargain.
And I'm like, all right, you want to see great Mr. Sinister? I showed him the episode Excessive Force from Wolverine and the X-Men, the cartoon. Where Cyclops pretty much sees one of Sinister's men, and he goes, fuck, Sinister loves screwing around with the genetic material. He's always been after Jean and me. He's probably got Jean, because Jean's like dead or something. Again, who cares? And so, Cyclops just goes around beating the shit out of a bunch of Sinister's guys just for kicks, and one of them calls back to Sinister, and he's like, dude, he's just beating the shit out of us all willy-nilly. He thinks we have Jean. And Sinister's like, guys, why don't you tell him I actually have Jean, but I don't though?
I don't have Jean Grey.
But Arclight.
That confession was to lure you here.
No.
Douchebag! And so Cyclops goes going, behind Sinister's base, and he boots in the door, and he gives out this really heroic cartoon, Sinister! And Sinister pops up from the floor, and he's like, alright, you beat down everybody. I've got like literally the one guy here standing next to me, and that's my only backup. But guys, that one dude is multiple man. Douchebag! What a fucking prick! So that's exactly why I want Sinister to be in the next movie, because you know that he's gonna end up being defeated like twice, and at the end he's just gonna be like, ah. And then at the after credit scene, it's just gonna be like everybody's walking away, like job done, go home, everybody was taking a nap, and they're gonna fly off, and on the top of one of Apocalypse's pyramids is gonna be the shadowy figure, and he just goes, but guys.
I think we might have to have a talk with Marvel at that point.
Yeah. I think we might be predicting the future. I think it's a shoo-in just to go exactly like that. Like we're just gonna have like costumes. It's gonna be like shirts sold at Hot Topic with the big red diamonds. But guys,
damn. The Cyclops. Days of Future Past makes everything that happened, including you turning into quick dust.
Well, hey, nobody saw my corpse. Movie rule number like 7 or 8. Apocalypse. Sinister. Nobody saw my corpse. Nobody. It was like, oh. No way.
You're fucking dead. Shut up.
Not anymore.
You're right. Not anymore.